Hello and welcome to a new episode of Learn Business with MJ. In this episode, we're going to be talking about different business sectors. Okay, so in business, there are like three main different sectors which affect production. So the first sector is the primary sector. Then it goes to the secondary sector, and finally it goes to the tertiary sector. Okay, so we're gonna talk more in detail about each of these sectors in this lesson. So the primary sector is the sector in which raw materials are produced. Okay, so raw materials. So this is the sector, like, raw materials are harvested. Let's take, for example, chocolate. Okay, to make chocolate, you need to harvest the cocoa beans. Okay, so after harvesting the cocoa beans, it goes to the manufacturing stage. But the primary sector is always the raw materials. So, for example, in the case of chocolates, the raw materials are cocoa beans. Okay, so primary sector. If they ask you a question in the exam saying, for example, what are the primary sectors affecting this, like the chocolate production, you can answer as like the cocoa beans, because the cocoa beans are the raw materials needed in manufacturing the chocolate. Then we go to the secondary sector. So the secondary sector secondary sector. So after harvesting the raw material, which is the cocoa beans, the chocolate is then gone to the chocolate factory. Okay, so the chocolate factory would be the would be the secondary sector. So primary sector is harvesting the cocoa beans, then secondary sector is transferring the cocoa beans into chocolate bars. Okay, chocolate bars. So for example, let's say Hershey's factory, they take in the cocoa beans and then they manufacture it to make the chocolate bar. This would count as a secondary sector. And finally, we have the tertiary sector. Okay, and the tertiary sector is always services. Okay, services. So they provide help for you. So like supermarkets, let's say supermarkets are all tertiary sector businesses. So if they have a question in the exam saying, let's say Gary's supermarket is in the business activity, which sector does it belong to? You can say tertiary sector. And if they want you to provide reasons or explain your answer, which they always do in business exams for IGCSE, then you should say that it's a tertiary sector because it provides services. Services is like the key word in knowing tertiary sector. So that's it for like these three different types of business sectors. So it goes first of all from primary to secondary to tertiary. So let's make a recap. So primary sector is actually taking in the raw materials, and so raw materials. So this is for primary. Secondary is manufacture. It's for secondary. So secondary is manufacturing the raw material. And the final sector is tertiary, which is services. So these are the differences between the different business sectors. Thank you very much. And if you have any comments, or if you want me to just discuss any other topics in business, just comment down in the comment section, and please subscribe, and thank you very much for watching this video. Bye bye.